you do get a mental image of the dungeon.
Oh.
Don't mind my
Oh
notes all
shit.
over the place.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we went pretty far in here.
So you know, you're being kind of encouraged to go this way before you leave. In this room that one of
Oh.
you noted, Garrett, if I remember correctly, there was treasure
Yep.
back here. You have the plant's permission to take that treasure, and you sense that these bugs, which this room is full of, will not
Mhm.
bother you.
All right, taking the
Yay!
treasure.
Now you just have to make your way back there, which isn't going to be hard because the plants are going to move out of your way.
Oh, cool. All right,
And
gonna go
she
grab the
likes us.
treasure.
Yay.
Thank the plants. How did you get over there, anyways? Because Mir doesn't know in character. Like, is there like a tunnel in there? He goes, yeah, there's a
Garrett's like,
tunnel. Oh,
there's tunnels that go all over the place.
yep.
Garrett, you've realized these are probably made by the bugs, and that's how they get around to clean this place. Except this one was way larger than the other ones, like the one you came out of.
That kind of makes sense. That makes a lot of sense how they do that. So, say I was to somehow step inside of it, I could theoretically pop out anywhere else there's a hole?
More or less, if the hole is big enough. So you guys could jump
Oh,
in this hole and jump out this hole that is
that's what I
directly
was
east of it.
thinking. That's what I was
It sounds like
thinking.
a
Everyone else
plan.
coming with me?
All
Yeah.
right,
Ollie,
you
ollie,
guys are all going to crawl through that. All right, I will quickly turn
ollie,
off
ollie,
the fog
action
for a second so I
3.
can move your characters easier. Move. Oh, wait, that didn't work. Damn it. I don't have a teleport set up there, but I can. Just give me 1 second. Quit putting a character in front of me, Laz.
Oh.
One way to
Always
here.
the troublemaker, last.
Now, if you move your
Wouldn't be
character
Rosie
off
if
of
I
it
was in
and then back
trouble.
onto it, it should.
Ollie,
There you go.
action 3. Alright, we are back.
All right, so Laz and Mir have gone through the tunnel. They holler back through, it's safe! Raisins, however, refuses to go into that tunnel, and she's like, nope, fuck it, nope, nope, no,
I'll go the wrong
get away,
way.
no, I'm going this way, nuh-uh.
Yep.
You hear her
Or
barking through the hallways, it's like, bark, 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 bark. And she gets to you. You're not certain how since you closed that secret door, but she's there. In fact, she runs right up to Mir, sits down beside her, and goes, "Pets," basically.
Head
I'm
tilt.
gonna pet her.
Pet.
All right, Garrett, I will move you so that you don't have to try to figure that out on the phone.
If like there was like an achievement for dog petting, I would win the achievement first out of this group. Just saying.
Oh yeah, well so far you're in the lead.
As I should be.
I have more important shit like keeping my group alive than petting a dog.
What
Blasphemy.
dog?
Blasphemy.
What dog?
All right, Mir, do you want to enter the
keeping you
rooms
alive,
first?
so you can
Sure.
so you can pet the dog.
You walk through the doorway, and you can see that much. This is a barrier; you can't go through it, but you can go around this way. These bugs scatter when you come near them, basically.
Oh,
they're like not bothering you in the least. You can just walk
expect if
past them.
anything happens to Raisins, Mirror's gonna go on like villain arc and become John Wick.
Definitely.
Yeah, I will.
How dare you kill raisins? All right, so
anything happens to raisins, I will kill everyone in this room, including myself.
I need to ask 2 questions. One is
46.
there any magic items that anyone else was actually looking forward to getting for their characters that they don't currently have?
That's all I can think of.
Currently, in this loot pile, I have 5,000 gold pieces, 1 +1 rapier, and 1 quiver of Alonia, or efficient quiver, whichever it's called.
I think it's Alonia.
Lets you put a lot of arrows in it. It depends on whether you're going for the SRD version or the published version.
Yeah.
Alona is a god name, so it's IP. So if you're doing the SRD, it's called a efficient quiver.
Fair enough. Okay.
Or something along those lines. But what it is it's a quiver that can hold a shit ton of arrows, a couple bows, javelins, and it works like a bag of holding. Before those materials, you can hold your whole bow in it. Okay. Not sure if it's useful to anyone, but those are the 3 things that I put on my list, and I was wondering if anyone had anything specific that they wanted to add to it. Is there anything you were looking for? Not off the top of my head at the moment. All right. That's what I mean. Like off the top of your head, something you wanted that would make your character's build slightly better. You know, better armor, maybe an extra uncommon item, something actually up to rare.
This is a joke because
wait, am I talking about up to very rare? You guys are level 13. Very, it would be like up to very rare.
We could definitely hit blue if we wanted to.
Neil, this is a joke, and I know you'll get the reference. An orb of dragon kind.
I'll give you 3. You got a green one, a red one, and a blue one.
I'll take that.
They are one-use items, consumable. If you pop it in your mouth, you can do a breath weapon of that dragon type once. There you go.
Not that I was thinking of.
I know which dragon orbs you're talking about. Don't worry. We ain't be having none of that here, little lass.
Not today, lassie.
For the record, that's an object that Randax purposely sought out in my game previous to you guys running it, just so he can control dragons in my world.
They are a classic D&D item that allows you to control one type of dragon. As in, this one lets you control all red dragons. And those red dragons are very unhappy that you have it. Your version is a little bit different, but the original version, they are artifacts that control a dragon. You go, hey, look, there's a dragon near me. You're mine, bitch.
Yep.
All right. So, is that good enough loot then? A +1 rapier and a bow? Or a quiver, I mean? Or would you like a couple other things to flesh it out some more? I'll give you a handful of healing potions. 2 each. Okay. Which superior healing potions? 2.
Nice. Okay.
I'll take that.
We each get 2 superior potions and things like 12.
That way you guys don't have to rely on me to heal you.
How about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 4 of you. 250, 2,500, 1,250. Yep, 1,250. Yes, I had to math that out with saying the numbers differently. And 2 superior healies? Yep. And you can pick who gets the quiver and who gets the rapier.
I technically do not need the rapier, so.
No, your rapier is way better.
Yeah. I would not mind taking the rapier.
So very purple.
Yeah, Valson is. Oh wait, Valson already has a rapier, but it's nothing special. Is it just a regular rapier?
What is your rapier's regular? Yeah, this is an upgrade. The +1 currently.
Weapon.
Yeah, the rapier I have is just a standard rapier, nothing special.
Hey, Voz, would you like to roll me a investigate check?
Sure thing.
Looking over your rapier, you might notice details on it. Your new rapier.
Would I be high enough to notice anything about it?
1 second. Was in the
I
wrong
think it was
tab.
over 20.
Pretty sure it's probably going to be good. A dirty 20, dirty 20. Yes. Yes, it is. In the short period of time you're looking over stuff, you notice some engravings on the side of this. They are in surface Elvish, but still readable by Drow. And it says something about lightning and an activation word.
Oh! I know what
Research
weapon
needs to
that
go into this a
is,
little bit
sort
further.
of.
I know exactly which weapon that is.
I have an idea what it is, but in character, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research into this weapon.
All right, so let's continue on. Where do you guys want to go next?
Well, I need to turn to Garrett and go, do you want the quiver? Sure. I'll take the quiver.
I'm looking through items at the moment.
Alright. Because they're the actual,
Yeah, Garrett's more of an archer.
Yeah.
It was weird. I blinked and it didn't look like I blinked. It just looked like the world went dark. Like I didn't feel myself blinking. It just everything was dark, and I'm like, what just happened? Have I had too many energy drinks? Is my brain collapsing?
Creatures.
Probably.
I hope not. I like energy drinks.
Oh!
Oh?
Oh, I like that. I found a purple glaive that I might want.
What's that one?
Let me get back down to it, because I had to double check my glaive. It's called the Glaive of Sharpness.
So what do you guys think the rapier is? Glaive of Sharpness? Oh, Sharpness is nice, yes.
And this one on a 20 people take an extra 14 slashing and gains an exhaustion level.
Yes,
Ooh.
it is kind of the precursor to the vicious weapons. Vicious does 2d6 extra damage, but is purple.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think the rapier is?
I'm essentially Noriel, but as a rapier.
I have no idea what you just said. I thought
Noriel,
you said L'Oreal. I'm like, what is this, a hair commercial?
Noriel, it was basically a lightning strike javelin.
Yeah, more or less, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys need to figure out how to leave the dungeon now. Though you get the sensation that, or the sense that if you walk to the front of the dungeon, you can probably exit how you came in.
All right.
Because that can get us back to the hub area. Because you are done this dungeon, unless you want to stick around for a while.
Oh yeah, I need to add those two superior potions. Hang on.
All good.
Well, that might be an idea, hey?
I don't really see a reason for us to stick around.
All right. Well, I won't make you guys walk to the front door. I will just say, boom! You're out of here. You've made it back to the front. The door is open. The portal is there. You feel a really good urge to leave this place. You walk through the portal, and you're in the portal chamber at that weird time place that you were before. And Quindle is standing in front of you, looking up, going, "Ha-ha! I see you've made it back excellently. Did you find anything intriguing in this particular prison? We have sent many groups in there. The last one was, unfortunately, never returned."
Yeah,
you may have
giant
found
plant.
evidence of why they never returned, by the way. you're like,
found evidence of.
You may have found evidence that the previous group that got sent into the dungeon that you were just in, as to what happened to them. You found their corpses.
Yeah, I figured that.
But you're talking to Quindle, and Quindle's like, you didn't happen to see them, did you?
They're dead.
Garrett's like, they came down the case of the dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was getting there.
Lads are being nice about it.
Very unfortunate, but it happens. Very unfortunate, but it does happen at times. I'm glad to see that you've made it back. Would you like to proceed to the? And he sort of goes on a weird spiel about places and things and stuff that make no sense. He's using words that would make a smart person go, "What? What did you just say? Was that even English? Are you speaking in gibberish?"
Lads will go, Quindle.
You all this.
Common.
Quindle.
Not good at common. Speak normal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away and I kind of break into my native and gnomish speak, We speak a little bit faster than you slow thinkers.
Insert growl and
Anyways,
smoke from our lads.
Off to the main guild hall. You guys definitely do a payment. And he starts walking in a direction. You see some shops on either side of you. They're selling like little things here and there. There's food vendors. There's like weapons places to get your stuff polished, sharpened, whatever. And he leads you to a building with a little guild symbol above it. Walks in. I believe you met this character before, but I didn't really describe them. And standing behind there is like a elf, but not an elf. They have long feathery ears and feathery hair, but they have elven features. And it looks like their cloak might actually be wings.
Oh.
Lads is gonna give his group the look of, if he wasn't paying us, he would already be charbroiled.
I heard that, and I'm not the one paying you.
Didn't say it, I gave the look.
And he said, I heard that.
He was looking like I didn't say anything. It.
He said, I still heard it.
I didn't say it.
This... I have no idea how to name an Avarial. An Avarial is a winged flying elf. I'm like, what is a good name for a flowery or a feathery elf?
Good question.
Thunderbird.
I'll go ask ChatGPT. Give me 10 examples of a good name for a winged elf.
Yeah, I don't even try that. I don't even try that half the time. I just mostly the one elf I have on my thing. I just named her something kind of witchy and went, yeah, good enough.
I like to have names that kind of have a theme for the race they are. All right. So, in the campaign chat, this is the name you're given. Valithar.
All right. I do too. It's just one of those things where it's specifically with elves and humans. I'm like, honestly, there's so many of them. They could be named anything at this point.
Anything but Thorn! Anything but fucking Thorn!
Like I said, as long as you're naming Thorn. Yeah. Like I said, as long as you're not naming your elf butt crack, I'm pretty sure that it's all fair game at that point.
Back in AD&D 2nd edition, when I was playing in school instead of doing my classwork, I had a player who was playing a character named Cannabis Reefer.
Very nice.
His entire goal in the campaign was to grow a pot plant the size of an ancient oak.
So he was a high health.
He was a
Bitch,
hire.
I might actually use that for my freaking mage game. Holy crap, that's a great Cult of Ecstasy backstory.
Think about that. Imagine that. If you've got this tree, it looks a little bit weird. People are like, why does this tree smell so funny? They touch it. They're like, why did my hand just go numb?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know.
Imagine the THC content.
All right.
It's on that thing. You just walk into the room and get a contact eye.
So Velithar says to you, all right, I see. You've just come back from a mission, have you? Well, around here, unfortunately, gold is not the key point for purchasing things. You have to buy it with other stuff. I can transfer any gold that you have to our currency, which is a type of coin made out of a metal you don't recognize. He offers you them for 1 for 100 gold, basically.
Oh no. Oh.
A fair trade.
Rose wants to know if it's star metal.
Yes, it's the star metal stuff.
Oh, you can use that.
These coins are usable in any shop here. If you end up going back to a normal time frame, before you go, they can transfer your stuff back to gold. The reason they use them here is because gold has a tendency of doing weird things that they can't exactly explain, but recommend not trying to find out.
All right.
Sound like we need to find out
if
later
that makes
on.
sense. You're like, I want to keep one of these and find out. All right. So, yes. Does anyone want to convert their gold?
Rose does.
Not yet.
Nope, I'm good.
Get me.
Rose says Lyles needs 3 star coins.
Want 3 of them? Okay.
I'll get 3 of them.
You don't have to convert all your money. You don't have to convert all of your money at all. So. You get
no.
I'm
also? Just spending 300 to get 3 of them. Yeah. Yep. No, I can spend 300 on that. Why not?
Well, that's what I mean. I was clarifying. You don't have to convert everything. They just recommend not keeping the gold on you for long periods of time in this particular time space.
Fair enough.
But yes, anyone that wants to convert a couple, as I said, 100 gold equals 1 of them. If you want like 3 of them, that's perfectly acceptable. And then you could go to one of the other shops if you so wish, and then we'd probably be done for the night since it's past 9. Even though we did go over a little bit with our break. Don't want to get too in depth. Some people like to go to sleep by now.
Yeah, I was starting the pumpkin.
All right. So after you've converted any gold that you wanted, you guys head back out. Quindell's like, I highly recommend this shop over here for they make an excellent waffle.
Ooh,
sounds like a breakfast place. Like as you get closer, you smell fresh Belgian style waffles. You see somebody have a plate of them slid in front of them. These are the things, they are a foot across. Like a waffle from one left to right side of it is a foot. They are 1.5 inches thick with 1.5 inches of whipped cream on top, and then 1.5 inches of your favored topping, fruits, whatever's, other strange things you may have found, mostly fruit. And this place serves that sort of meal. There's always someone looking for breakfast, right? As part of the process of being here, this is not something you have to pay for. You just go up to one of these places, the food ones, and are like, hey, feed me. And they're like, what would you like? Different shops for different things. There's a Waffle House, there's a noodle shop, there's a fried chicken place. 3 main ones.
Going to the Waffle House.
All right. You saunter over to that Waffle House. Now, are you going to go up to the counter or are you going to sit down? It looks like most people have just been coming up sitting down, but you can go to the counter. You walk up, you're like looking, you see the equivalent of a menu, you see all of the toppings. They have like 37 different types of fruits and berries.
Gosh.
You're like, can I get one with everything? I would like a Zen waffle. They're like, a Zen waffle? Yeah, one with everything.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a Zen hot dog? So good. All right, you order something, you sit down, they bring it out to you in a record time, fastest place you've ever seen. You're like, I'm giving this place an extra review. Like, holy shit. Anyone else that joined you at the Waffle House has got their order. You're sitting down. This is one of the best meals of waffles you've ever had. There is syrup if you want it. There is the coffee. There is orange juice. There is milk of various different creatures, not just goats and cows. There are some other ones. One
Nice.
that certain drow might like is Roth milk. Roth are a type of underdark yaks, basically. And you guys all have one hell of a good meal.
Tasha hears me scream as Minotaur.
Yes, you could probably find Minotaur milk if you really look. So that is the wrap up for the session. How would you guys rate this particular dungeon?
Long.
It was a 7.
It was actually really fun.
It was fun, but
Well,
long.
it kind of got long because there was a lot of combat in it. All the combat wasn't too hard though, because I wasn't trying to make it like Rosie's dungeon where every single combat is a long rest.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, Rosie. I'm just saying I didn't want it to be that. I'm already in one of those games. I don't need two of them.
Fair
And
enough
if
there.
you're into it, then you don't need a third, because both my games are kind of like that.
No, only one of them has death-defying combat. The other one we don't fight as much. All right, so let's start off with our reviews and favorite parts. Dash, we'll start with you.
Favorite part was absolutely the double crit. Just wasn't expecting that at all. That was absolutely fabulous.
Awesome. That was absolutely awesome. That was the amount of chaos.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. You hit the same 3 guys 6 times total.
Pretty much. For
awesome.
one spell, I got 6 off. I said that was a hell of a conversion, if you ask me.
Right?
Oh man. No, absolutely fun there. Though I would say, I'm very curious where those mushrooms came from. If someone sent those mushrooms or whatnot. So, but yeah, that's about really it.
The mushrooms I did mention in Garrett's grandpa's journal. He had storyline behind it. There was more to it, but I was trying to rush it a little bit, so I didn't go into like long details of what was written. But one thing I did mention is his grandpa mentioned one of their party had suddenly turned into a mushroom person.
Yeah, but I still
and then
like,
others
how?
started, right? Yeah, what the how is the question.
Yeah,
Just
that's
making
what I'm
sure
pretty
you
much trying to
caught on
figure out,
that
like,
part.
how that even started. Yeah, I call it to that part. I just want to know, like, how? How do you just magically turn to a mushroom? Are you a druid? Because otherwise,
Most people don't normally just turn into one.
Exactly.
All right. Next, we will go to Rose. What was your favorite part?
Yes. Actually being hit.
Your favorite part was yes?
Actually getting hit and taking damage.
Yeah. It helps when I remember to put the right attack modifier on the attacks. I know.
I like being able to I like tanking and taking all the damage and not getting hit. That's fun and all. But I'm a tank with a lot of health.
A lot of health and
for a reason.
And I barely ever hit you because everything goes for the tank and the tank never gets fucking hit.
And the tank would like to get hit.
That was your favorite part, was getting hit?
Yes. I like taking some actual damage to prove the fact of why I'm a tank, because I can take the damage and still do damage. Not just, hey, I'm a mountain. I like to go, hey, I'm a mountain.
Note to self. Try not to kill everyone else, but try to kill Laz. Perfect. I got you.
Yes, please.
Like a plan.
But I also like the fact that you
Next
involved the
we
statues.
Next we have Tasha. What was your favorite
part? Getting one of the crits.
Nice. The crits are always good. I love those.
Yeah. Being chaos gremlins with mirror and just roguing.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And yeah. That is me.
Cool. And last, Zizi, what was your favorite part?
Also what Tasha said, just chaos roguing most of the time. It was great.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, so that was our wrap up for that. Anyone have any outstanding, hey, this could be improved moments, or are we all good for that part up front? I know I can improve on some things. Everyone can always improve, but I mean, like anything that you specifically are like, hey, you know, I can tell that Rosie's is no one fucking gets hit.
Yes! I forget that you can't see me. I'm currently staring at my notes. But yes, we need to get hit. We need to have a threat. As I got told in my dungeon by a lot of the players here, including Tiger and Kyle, there needs to be a threat. While they are scary, big-ass monsters,
yes,
there
needs to be a threat, but that threat doesn't need... There needs to be a threat, but that threat doesn't need to be a one-shot or a we never hit the opponent threat.
Or crashing into the ceiling.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought today was awesome. I had a lot of fun. My favorite part was how fast you took down that big guy. That might sound like a weird thing to be the DM's favorite part. I don't have a problem with you guys beating the monsters. That's why I put them there. You are there to beat them up. You're there to win. I'm there to put things in your way. I had a blast. You guys did awesome.
Thank you.
I out of my gold.
Boom! And if Rosie